Today on Singles Court. For Jennifer, a six-pack a day keeps the stress away.
I drink. I can hold my liquor. I drink. I enjoy it.
But Dick wants her to lose the booze.
He's discussing me like I'm some case.
If she continues to do this, I can't carry on like this. I can't carry on a relationship with someone who's gonna die who knows how soon.
Ultimatum.
And Karl's happy living where he is.
We've made it a home, and why bother moving now?
But Ed wants a more swinging hood.
We stick out like sore thumbs. That's why I want to live in the village.
He just wants to love thy neighbor.
Men are not monogamous. It's not in our nature to be monogamous.
So
what I'm saying...
multiple partners, is that it? So I'm just not good enough for you?
Hi, I'm Michael Day. Welcome to Singles Court, the #1 show on the Singles Broadcast Network and the place where singles come to find help with their relationship problems. And here's the lady who listens to them, nationally syndicated relationship expert Angela Segal.
That's me. I'm sitting over here. You caught me doing my homework.
Well, you're hard to miss. You're very shiny today.
I'm shiny today. That's all about the party. So let's get it going on.
Well, speaking of parties, we have a couple of singles in the studio today that their problem has to deal with a bit of partying. Say hello to Jennifer, who's a checkout clerk, and Dick, who is a butcher. They both work at the same grocery store. I assume they met there. They've been dating for about 6 months. However, Dick feels that when Jennifer tears it up, she really tears it up. I call this the case of party on, Jennifer.
Dick, what seems to be the problem? Is it like, my girl wants to party all the time?
She's worse than that, Angela.
Well, that's pretty bad.
Oh, it's horrible sometimes. I've been working at this store for a long time. I worked myself up from pushing shopping carts around to the head of the butcher department, so I take pride in my work. I'm looking towards management.
I'm feeling that. Cutting the meat.
That's right.
All right.
So Jennifer's been there for about a year or so. She does a good job, and we've been dating for about the last 6 months or so. And she's really sweet. I really like this girl. But man, when we go out to party, she goes nuts. She gets wasted, and I can't handle that.
Let's divide. Do we ever divide the two? Does she party and get wasted, or do the two always go together?
The two always go together.
The party
Every
and
time.
drink. Who doesn't go out and party and drink? It's a normal. You sound like my dad.
But Jennifer,
that's our problem. He talks to me, he talks down to me, and tries to dictate what to do and what not to do.
okay, but give me
It's a simple situation. We're at a party.
Okay, but how often are you at a party?
Every weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe 3 times a week, 2 times a week. I
That's
go
a
out.
long weekend. Yeah. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And every time, she's not just getting tipsy, Angela. She is getting drunk. It's not just a couple of drinks. There's enough that she can't hold a conversation. She's blacking out and things like that.
That's a bit of an exaggeration.
Every
I can hold a conversation. I work fine. Nothing affects anything. I go out and I drink.
She was so hungover at work once that it was all she could do to keep from running to the bathroom and throwing up.
Because you were there with me the night before and you knew what I was drinking. You knew what I was doing. No one else knew. It was no big thing.
She did go to work.
No one else knew. Everybody else knew.
Exactly. At least I showed up to work and I was perfectly fine.
I wouldn't want you checking my groceries out, but hey, she was there. So, tell me what's going on in terms of, because obviously it's causing a problem in the relationship.
It's causing a problem because he wants to dictate what I do and when and how and where.
I don't want to dictate what you do. I'm just concerned. How can it be fun to be so drunk that you don't remember the last 3 hours of the night? How can it be fun to throw up on a bed?
It's not fun. It just happens because I have a few drinks. It's an accident.
Well, you keep describing it as fun, and then that's what happens. So that's part of the fun, isn't it?
But does that happen? Jennifer, does that happen all the time?
It happens sometimes. He's prone to exaggeration,
okay.
Embarrassing moments.
I don't want to exaggerate. No, I don't think so.
Let's say in your long weekend, it starts on Thursday.
Right.
And ends on Sunday.
Yeah.
How many times does it happen in that amount of time that you're actually drunk?
Honestly.
Honestly.
All 3 nights, if it's 3. I I drink. I can hold my liquor. I drink. I enjoy it.
You can hold your liquor.
Well,
You know
it
what
doesn't
it's
seem like you're holding your liquor
Well,
if you're throwing it up.
I'm enjoying
What
it.
he said,
Whatever
you
that
go on,
means.
man.
Whatever that means, I'm enjoying it. He doesn't
You're
understand how to
enjoying
let
it.
loose.
Yeah, sure,
So
you're
he
enjoying
enjoys
it. You know
his
what
job.
do you
He's
know
a
what it's
butcher.
like
He's
to
looking
watch
towards
you get
management.
so drunk that you're falling through a plate glass window and almost cutting your face open?
That
You know
was
what that's
one
like?
incident. That was one accident.
What
I
is
could have
it
sworn
like?
I just named 3 or 4 incidents.
So yeah, you're right. I'm not even a mathematician. I heard you name a bunch.
Like, I'm tired of the control. I'm tired of him
But
trying
what
to...
control? What control does
I'm
he
not
have?
trying to
when-
control you.
You know what?
Who said...
When you're saying he's controlling you, he's not. You're out from Thursday to Sunday.
Well, that's
So-
my like
but
he's
that's not
defining what
controlling.
alcoholism
So-
for me. Like, he's saying like I need help or something. Like, he's discussing me like I'm some case.
Okay, but do you know the definition? The definition would be that you would have a problem with alcohol when it affects your relationship.
Like, I'm not having a problem. It's affecting him and his relationship to me. It's not affecting me and
So
my
you have
It's
no
relationship
problem
to
at
him.
all.
affecting those around
So do
you.
you
Don't
like-
you realize how people are
It's
looking
not
at you when
affecting
you're
me
drinking
at all.
like
No, I
that?
don't.
Hello?
That's because you're drinking. You don't see
You're
what
the
they
only
see.
one with the problem.
This
with
is
me. I don't
not
have...
the grocery store. You're not cutting meat, okay? Listen, it's affecting your relationship with him. Now, you say it's not affecting you at all, so let me ask you a question. When you're out from Thursday to Sunday and you're
Right.
drunk every day,
Yeah.
there's not one moment in there that you're not having fun?
Oh, yeah. I'm
Okay.
having lots of fun.
So
That's
tell
why
me,
I do it. That's
tell me
whole
the
point.
part that's fun, like he asked you about being drunk and throwing up, or going to work
Maybe I
with a
didn't
headache.
eat that enough that night in preparation for my partying
That
after
night,
work.
every
whatever.
night.
He just picks out the points and the situations where I get out of control and things
But you
happen that
said
shouldn't
that's
or that
every
bother
night.
him.
But you said that's every
Those
Yeah,
are the
not extreme
extremes.
things don't
When
happen
you're
every
drinking
night.
every night,
time.
that's prone to happen every so often,
He's trying
isn't
to be
it?
my father. I'm tired of it. I don't
Okay,
want any
tell
control.
me-
It's
I don't
only
wanna
been
be your
6
father.
months.
I'm
What
just
happens
concerned.
years
Tell
from
me
now?
why you find it necessary that every time you go out, you have to drink.
Because I like to drink. I buy a 6-pack. I finish it by myself.
it's that
I'm bored
much?
with my job. I don't want to drink. I don't want to just
Is
go
that
through
much
life.
all the time now?
I don't
You know,
enjoy my work like
I
he
saw
enjoys it. I
this.
don't find
I saw this
satisfaction
before with
from
my
it.
parents, and
It
that's why I'm
excites
really
me.
concerned.
Listen, your concern is one thing, but you shaking your finger at her and trying to tell her to do something she doesn't want to do obviously doesn't work. Or you
I'm
wouldn't
I'm trying
be
to tell
here.
her because I saw my parents go through this. They're alcoholics. They split up. My brother's an alcoholic because of them. I'm
please.
the only person in my family who isn't.
I'm
So you
functioning
decide to go
fine.
find one for yourself?
No, I'm not finding one for myself. I found someone who's a
I am
really sweet
not an
person that doesn't know
alcoholic.
when
I drink,
to stop.
I can enjoy it. I know what to do.
It's
I'm
her
having
choice.
fun doing whatever I want to do.
But she
Exactly.
can't
It's my
handle it.
choice.
That's the thing. If you
Who
could
are
see
you to
someone who
dictate
could
that
handle
I
it.
can't handle
Jennifer,
something?
Falling through a plate glass window. That's not handling it.
Jennifer. Why are you drinking?
Because I want to drink. That's what I do to unwind.
I
That's
don't
what
know
I
what
do. I
else
go
you
to
would-
work, I go home, I drink. I kick my feet up and I lay back.
Do you
I
hear
go
what
to
she's
party
saying?
and I enjoy myself.
Do you hear it, Dick? Can
Yeah,
you
I
hear?
hear. Yes, I
You
hear.
have ears to hear? I want to drink is what she's saying to you.
Exactly.
So
She
guess
wants to
what?
drink herself to death. And you know what? If she continues to do this, I can't carry on like this. I can't carry on a relationship with someone who's going to die who knows how
Another
soon.
ultimatum.
But
Always
that is an ultimatum. So what do you
Dick
say?
says this,
Is your-
so Jennifer has to respond.
Jennifer. See Dick yell. Jennifer listens. That's how it works. Remember
Jennifer
those little
listen,
books?
yeah.
Okay. Listen at least to what he's saying. What he's saying is if that's how you're going to live, I can't handle that relationship.
Well, I'm not-
What
You
do
gotta
say?
choose the booze or me. You gotta get some help.
What do you
Simply,
say?
Explore your
I'm
own
not
blood.
choosing him.
Dick.
If I want to do something and he decides to tell me not to do it, I'm going to do it. That's the way I handle things. That's the way I handle my life. So if
let me
he's
make
saying
sure I
to me-
understand you correctly. If he says to you, don't jump off a bridge, you're going to say, you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm jumping off the bridge.
Within reason, yes, because I
Well,
need
what
to
do you
be
call
told what to
reason?
do.
Jumping off.
This is a better situation. If he tells me that I can't drink and he'll leave me, then he can go. I
I'm not saying
continue
you
drinking.
can't, so just cut
Period.
it
So
back.
you would, you know what? I'm going to put you on the meat cleaver. You would choose your own obstinance and the fact that nobody can tell you what to do over a relationship.
I don't see there's a problem. I see him telling me what to do. If I want to keep drinking, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Well, you know what? Here's to you. You had your say, I'll have mine. Desire is necessary for change. And in this case, Dick, I mean, it's sad that you've endured a life through alcoholic parents and you've had to be the child of alcoholic parents and have seen the devastation that it causes. But I will tell you this, you of all people should know that you can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. And you yourself cannot force somebody to see something that you see from the outside. If anything, we learn that from experience. Unfortunately, a lot of us continue it on in our adult life. And I would caution you to realize that's what you're doing. Jennifer, you on the other hand, you have to understand that you're not ever going to seek help as long as you think you don't have a problem. But I will tell you that denial is part of this situation. And denial is the wall that you build, which allows you to keep going out and doing what you say is having fun. But it's actually what stands between you and recovery. You know, if you look at this and look at what your responsibility is, it's going to have to be an admission by you and recovery for you. It is, it's all about you. It's very selfish. It's all about you. You know, you can't control someone else's behavior through your past experiences. It's impossible. It never works. In this situation, I would tell you, Dick, to find someone who wants to have a relationship with you. Jennifer's not ready for a relationship with you. Jennifer wants a relationship with the bottle. That's where she has her fun. She still thinks it's fun going out. She still thinks it's happy. She's having a great time. But I will warn you, Jennifer, it's progressive. It's a matter of time. Every time it gets a little worse, and eventually it won't be fun anymore. Blacking out won't be funny. Waking up with glass in your feet or in your face will not be funny. I promise you that. Until you get help, you're never going to really know a true happy hour, because a true happy hour is one that doesn't include booze. And that's that.
Next on Singles Court. Karl's happy living where he is,
We've made it a home, and why bother moving now?
but Ed wants a more swinging hood.
We stick out like sore thumbs. That's why I want to live in the village.
He just wants to love thy neighbor.
Men are not monogamous. It's not
So
in
you
our
just
nature
wanna-
to be monogamous.
Multiple partners, is that it? So I'm just not good enough for you?
Singles Court is back with nationally syndicated relationship expert Angela Segal.
Oh, Michael, I tell you, after that last case, whew, they're
You all
working
warmed up now?
They're working me out.
All right, well, I hope you have enough stamina in you for this next one, because in the studio we have Ed and Karl. Ed is in the purple jacket and works at a clothing boutique where he may have got that jacket. And Karl, is a receptionist. However, the problem arises when Ed recently inherited some cash and wants to move on up to a deluxe apartment in the sky. You know what I'm talking about? I call this the case of space is more than just a place, or boys in the hood.
Michael. Ed, so you came into some money, did we?
Yes, my grandmother passed away a little while ago, and she left me some money.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but it sounds like you made out pretty well.
Yes, yeah, and that's basically one of the reasons why we're here. I mean, I wanted to today, Angela, talk about the place that we're currently living. I mean, the place that we live right now it's terrible. I mean, the neighborhood. I mean, Karl has fixed it up beautifully. We've lived there about 2 years now. And we've done a lot of work renovating and stuff.
How long were you all together before that? Because you lived in the place for 2 years. Is that how long you've been together?
No, well, we met about like a year before that or so.
Before, and then we moved in, yeah. And frankly, I don't want to move again, because we've put a lot of work into it. We've renovated it. We chose the colors. The kitchen is large. I think the apartment is gorgeous. We've made it a home, and why bother moving now?
Without a doubt, it's a beautiful home. We've done a lot of work, and Karl's done a lovely job of the home. However, the neighborhood that we live in is terrible.
Give me an example.
We have crack dealers around the
But we
corner.
also have art galleries in it.
Of course we have art galleries.
Right?
But
And what about the espresso shop on the corner? And Tony makes the exceptionally good cappuccino.
Absolutely. There are some lovely things in our neighborhood, but it's dangerous. And
Well,
that's,
but, I mean,
I want to move to the village where there's more.
The village is just as
I
dangerous.
was going to say, come on now.
It's not that dangerous. I mean, we have just as many places to go. We have lovely places to eat, all kinds of places that we love to do. And I believe it is safer than where we currently are.
Okay, but is that really the issue where you live only? Is it just the safety reason?
Yes.
Has anything ever happened to either of you since you've been there?
No.
No,
We've
it hasn't.
gotten to know all our neighbors. It's been a simple joy to be with.
But we stick out like sore thumbs. That's why I want to live in the village.
What do you mean?
Well, we stick out. I mean, we're a gay couple in a community that doesn't necessarily have a lot of.
But that's exactly where it stands, because you're all about appearances and your vanity and
you can't handle the
making
change of a
change.
When we first moved there, you practically
All
bawled
right,
looking at the place.
boys,
Thank you.
boys, talk to the lady. You
Thank
can argue
you.
with each other on the way home.
Thank you.
Look, when we first moved there, he bawled his eyes out at the place. He just can't
And
handle
we've
the
done
change. We moved from one place, and he just can't. And now
No,
we want to
man.
move to a nicer place,
No,
and he
we
can't
don't.
handle that
We
change.
don't want to move. You want to move. He
You
doesn't
want to
wanna
move, and it's all on account of the right look, the trendy area, the trendy neighborhood, impressing all these people, and I'm sick and tired of impressing people for like no reason at all.
But I mean, is that true?
No, I don't like to impress people. I'm just
Well, then what's your
concerned
reason?
about our
'Cause
safety.
Okay, but nothing's ever happened to you. So you're
No.
talking about your concern. Has something happened to your neighbor? Did you come home and find somebody hanging from the rafters? I mean,
None of that.
What's happened?
No.
No,
Okay.
I think it's just a matter of his ego, his vanity. And
My
like I
ego?
said,
Well, what do you
yes.
mean?
Oh,
Because he just, everything about him is about the right look, the designer this, the designer that.
But you knew that.
look, I don't have.
Right?
It's not about designer look. It's not about vanity. It's not about this. You know what? What it comes right down to, I am bored. I am bored with our sexual relationship.
Bored.
Okay?
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's what it is.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Maybe I'm missing something here. But
So
you
what are you
moved to
saying? That
another place.
I'm not exciting
Okay.
enough for you?
No.
Let me try and figure this out, okay? Because you tried, it didn't work. So let's see if I can do it. You're moving to another place geographically, and you think that's going to improve your sexual life?
Well, I personally think, and this is my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of men would feel and agree with me, is that men are not monogamous. They cannot be. It's impossible. It's not
So
in
you
our
just
nature
wanna-
to be monogamous.
So
You
what
just
is
what
want
I'm saying.
multiple partners, is that it? So I'm just not good enough for you?
No, it's
Well, I'll
not.
tell you right now that I don't think that I can handle that. So if you want to go and play around.
Wait a minute. Here's the deal. Okay, here's the deal, Carl. What he's saying to you is he feels that if he's in a place where there's more people for him, and I guess kibitz with, you'd feel better. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. I feel that we could have that in a relationship. We have a very strong bond, myself and
I
Carl.
don't
We're
think
very
it-
we
I
were
close.
think-
supposed to
it's
create
gonna
a
hurt
home
your head.
environment. That was one of the reasons why we moved out of the village, is to start a home and to get out of the scene and
can
stop
still
impressing
have
people
a
like we
fo-
always
we
do.
can still, Carl,
But
we can
listen what
still
he's
have
saying.
a home.
No, you're not listening to him, Ed.
sorry.
You're not. Tell him, let him understand why you don't want to have a multiple partner relationship and move.
They
It's really not
never
about
work
moving.
out. They never work out. We've had friends that have tried it and it's just ended in disaster, and you know that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I mean, boring. I mean, I'll try what I can to.
Well, when did you get bored? That's my question.
We're just-
and better
essentially-
than that, when did you get bored and he didn't even know about it?
Yeah, I thought we were fine.
You
I
thought
mean,
you were rocking the house and you weren't.
You know, that's
right, I'm
what
sorry.
when I met Carl, we had a bond that was incredible. It was just something that
thought you
we
still had that bond.
We still have that bond.
Okay.
What I'm saying though is that I need to be able to experiment and have other sexual relationships with other men.
But what's that got to do with moving? And what about
Well,
your
because in
commitment?
that neighborhood, there's more opportunities for that.
You can walk instead of having to take a car over to get it?
Well, it's just, all
Because
our
if you're
friends
gonna
are
invite
there.
your
We live in
boys
that.
to my home, I don't think I will be able to handle that. And I swear to God, I will kick them out.
Oh, so you're telling me that if I have another
That's what I'm
multiple
telling you,
relationship
yes.
with someone else, that you
Absolutely.
will end our.
I will end.
Well, Ed, what have you said to him? I mean, basically what you've said to him is, look, this is what I want. What have you done with respect to his feelings in the relationship?
Hey,
Nothing.
he can be involved with these
He
other
doesn't
relationships.
I don't want to be
Wow.
involved with anyone else. Thank you. I thought that I found someone that we could share life with and
You
build a
found
home
somebody who
environment
shares.
with. But
That's what you found. You found somebody who wants to share. That's all you found. Explain to me why you just totally ignored his feelings.
I didn't ignore his feelings.
Well, what do you call it?
I felt that our relationship should go to that next step.
But he doesn't want to. Hello?
what next step is that?
Sexually,
More people?
yes, I would like to explore other sexual. I can't be monogamous. I can't, and it's.
Well, then you know what? Then don't you think you should be telling him that and not telling him you want to move? And
I can't tell him that. If
Then
I
he
tell him
shouldn't
that,
be here in
you've seen his
singles
reaction
court.
to
You
that.
should
If I
be in
tell him that, he's
doubles,
going to take
triples,
off, and I can't.
quadruples court.
Well, of course he's going to. So in other words, you want to keep him and do the other one.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, well, how do you feel about what he's saying to you? Because evidently he hasn't told the whole truth until today.
Obviously not, and I don't know, but I'm not going to deal with this lying down. So if you want to
You're right.
move and get your rocks off, then maybe you should just
Okay.
find some arrangements.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Great. So you're saying that our relationship's over. You're going to end our relationship.
One person cannot control the decisions for two people. In this case, Ed, you tried to cover the real issue by pretending that you wanted to move just because you didn't like what the apartment looked like, when in reality, that wasn't the real reason. The real deal was, as you say, your own boredom. Well, I'm going to give you another set of words for that. What that really means is you have an unwillingness to commit. That's pretty plain and simple. Karl, you have to listen to what he's saying. Don't put in the words that you think he might be saying. What he's clearly saying to you is that I'm not going to commit, not to you or anybody else. Don't take it personally. He doesn't believe in commitment. He only believes in it for you. He doesn't believe in it for him. He believes that you should be committed to him, but he doesn't believe that he has to be committed to you. In other words, he wants to have his cake and eat it too. That's not a good situation for you. You know, unwillingness to commit really leads to boredom in a relationship. If you look at relationships that end up in disaster, it's usually because one person decided, well, I was bored. When you go back and really discover what happened, it really was they were unwilling to commit. What I suggest you do, Karl, let him move to the village. You stay where you are. He's got the money. Let him go get another place. Let him have the multiple partners he wants to have. And I'll tell you one thing that's going to happen is that what he's going to find out is you're going to be just like Dorothy on The Wizard of Oz. It's going to take a big bump on your head for you to realize there's no place like home. And that's that.
Well, there it is. Words of wisdom from the lady who tells it like it is, Angela Segal. Join us next time here at Singles Court, the final word for singles.